This is indieJourno.com. I'm Paul Matadeen, and joining me from Boston is Robert Siciliano. He's a CEO of IDTheftSecurity.com. We are talking the Equifax breach, and Robert, this affects millions of Americans.
Yeah, 143 million to be exact. That's names, birth dates, social security numbers, and there were a couple of 100,000 credit card numbers involved as well.
This is the worst case scenario.
This really is. As far as what's called new account fraud, where somebody gets your social and they open up a new line of credit, like getting a new credit card, refinancing your own home, getting a either a mobile phone like at Verizon or AT&T where credit is required. This can result in bad credit as a result of a bad guy opening up a new account under your name and not paying the bill.
Could you be accountable for whatever money that person spends?
Well, if you're not paying attention, right? If you're not paying attention to your identity, and you sometimes might get, bills in the mail for products and services that you didn't purchase, and you pay those bills, which some people actually do, then yes, you could be on the hook.
Wow, that's appalling. Even just hearing that. My question to you then, because I think we're all concerned, the numbers show that Google searches are off the charts for this particular issue. What can we do to protect ourselves?
So there are some things you can do to essentially squash new account fraud. You've heard of identity theft protection services, right? There's a bunch of them out there, and I do believe in that. I think identity theft protection is a great layer of security. Now, I know that Equifax is offering one for free. If you wanted to jump on board with that, that's fine. There's also a number of other ones out there that do provide some value. Identity theft protection is one option. And in security,
is that the same as freezing your credit?
No, that's the next thing.
Okay.
So in security, we talk about layers of protection. The more layers you have, the more secure you're going to be. Freezing your credit is excellent. That's what I do. So I've had my credit frozen now for almost 9 years, since February of 2008. And I think that everybody should freeze their credit. When you freeze your credit, that basically prevents anybody, including you for that matter, from opening up new lines of credit until your credit is unfrozen or thawed or unlocked or unfrozen.
Right.
And that way, when your credit's frozen, the bad guys or the lenders can't see your credit scores, and they can't open up new lines of credit under your name again until your credit's thawed. That's the best way to go.
Let's simplify this. A lot of people hear these terms, they get a little confused. So freezing your credit literally means going to the companies and saying, let's not allow my social security number to open any credit cards or any kind of debt producing account.
Correct. So basically, you go to TransUnion, you go to Equifax, you go to Experian. You go to their website, you search the term security freeze or credit freeze on their website. You will find the pages on their sites to essentially begin the process of entering your personal information, which is okay to do,
right,
and ultimately going through an affidavit process, maybe paying $10 per credit bureau, that's $30 total, and ultimately freezing your credit. And once it's frozen, they will send you a letter in the mail with a username and a password and a website to visit when you want to unfreeze or thaw your credit. And going forward, whenever you want to make a purchase, a large purchase that involves credit, then you essentially have to thaw your credit prior, and you're fine.
And we're talking 3 different agencies, so you've got to contact Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian, whether it be to freeze the credit or to release that as well.
Correct. It's less daunting than it might sound. A credit freeze is the single best way to lock down your identity and prevent new account fraud. I suggest that everybody do it.
Talk to me about if you think that someone has opened up a credit card or some form of account fraudulently. What do you do?
Yeah, so if you are a victim of identity theft in regards to new account fraud, you're going to find out because either you've received bills in the mail, bill collectors call you, or you check your credit and you see revolving lines of credit opened up under your name.
Right.
And when you see those lines of credit, the best thing to do is to contact that lender, right? So whether it's Visa, MasterCard, American Express, whatever bank it might be, and you say, hey, I am, say, Robert Siciliano, and I see on my credit report that there is a new line of credit opened up under my name. It looks like the bill hasn't been paid in quite some time. I didn't open up that account. And they will put you in touch with the fraud department, and then you will go through their process, basically, to eliminate that account, essentially to reset the clock, to make it all go away, to make you whole. That does not mean that your identity in your credit might still not be, in error, meaning your credit scores might get lower. So it's really important you pay close attention to your credit reports and make sure you get a freeze now to prevent that from happening in the first place.
Robert, thank you for joining me. Really useful information. Keep it right here on indieJourno.com.
My pleasure. Thank you.